Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's the Ravens in possession of the football as we rejoin the action in the first quarter. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Looking to throw. Donahue working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete. If you look at this Bronco defense, this crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
It's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test, going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Off play action. Donahue. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass. For Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 88 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Back to throw now on first down. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Looking to put a drive together. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Menu narration set to 100.
At the 19-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Operating from the gun, Donahue. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Out of the gun now on third down. That's complete. It's Jalen Noel. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. On first down, Felton. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos add 6 to their lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 56 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Back to throw. Donahue. That's complete to Pritchett. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he's talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
He sets the fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A huge play there for Denver. 65 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll try the left side. Felton. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
2nd and 1. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jamar Chase, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Micah Parsons, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Looking to throw. Donahue. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Menu narration set to 100.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man in.
Menu narration set to 100.
Complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. McQueen. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Broncos are going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
Back to throw. Donahue. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Operating from the gun. Donahue. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over first and 10. The Broncos offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's played well all year long as he enters the home stretch of the season as the NFL leader in touchdown passes. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
They'll set up the throw. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for the Broncos score. A big play there. The second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. For 2, they'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. 34, Ravens 7. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Donahue. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Donahue. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun. Donahue. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. McQueen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the Broncos' 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Donahue. Open man is the tight end, Mason Taylor. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. Looking to throw. Donahue. Throw caught by Flowers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
First down. A gain of 13 yards.
Up the middle they go. McQueen. Now he's able to break to 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9 now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Flowers. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Broncos offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. Felton. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And they will not be able to add on to their 20-point lead. Well, he does have a good leg, I'll give him that, but not that good.
Not by a long shot.
Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. McQueen. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Donahue. Touchdown! A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after it, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2. Brings up second.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
The Broncos will line up.
They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
When it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at
that situation.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Donahue.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. To break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Ravens on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete as well. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
First down. A gain of 22 yards. And the Ravens first down.
So they run the option here on 1st and 10. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
At the Broncos' 15-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. McQueen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do it.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Felton. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Felton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, Rutic nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. On 1st down, McQueen. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 8 yards.
Operating from the gun. Donahue. That is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. 2nd and 3. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest. It kind of